Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am makeupless, which means only one thing. It's a makeup tutorial. I thought I would film today's makeup because I am going to a photo shoot later on. So this is makeup that I can rely on. I trust it. Photographs really well, so it's just good long wearing makeup. Perfect for the holiday season if you know you're going to holiday parties. It's not going to be like holiday-esque, but it's just long wearing makeup, which is great because if you're going right from work to a party, you can count on this makeup. So if you're interested to see how I went from this to this, then just keep on watching. Out of everything in this tutorial, you guys need this bad boy. It is new to my life, as in like the last 3 weeks. Wait, is this it? No, kidding. This one. It's the L'Oreal Glow Cherie oh, that's French, Natural Glow Enhancer. I have it in the shade medium. It comes light, medium, and dark. So good. I think it was like 10 pounds at Boots. If you like the By Terry Sunny Flash Serum, which I absolutely adore, or the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, this is your drugstore dupe. It is so good. So we're gonna start off with this because it just kind of blurs out our skin, gives us a little bit of color and a lot of radiance. You can just tell it gives such a subtle glow. If you're not really into like super highlighty kind of base products, this is gonna be a go-to. It also gives the slightest bit of color to your skin. So it just lightly bronzes you up, but love that product. Sticking to the drugstore theme, this foundation has landed back in my makeup bag. It is so good. I absolutely love this. Definitely one of my favorite drugstore foundations, if not my favorite. It is the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover Full Coverage Lightweight Protective Makeup SPF 50, not 15. It's in the color 220 Natural Beige. You don't have a lot of blemishes or scarring or discoloration on your forehead, try not to put a lot of foundation on it, just because I do have fine lines in my forehead when I go like this, and foundation tends to sit in that. So whenever I minimize my foundation there, it never sits in that, and then it doesn't look as noticeable. So I never tend to put a lot of foundation on my forehead. It also helps in pictures to, you know, not have to worry about makeup creases. Another old favorite for me is the Fenty Concealer. It is in the shade 185. I don't believe it has a name. I think it's just a number. It is quite light, so I like to keep this strictly under my eyes. I also find whenever I have put it on top of my foundation on an area, like a blemish that's still popping through, it kind of removes my foundation. So I love it under my eyes, but I think the shade is too light for blemishes. Maybe if I got a darker shade, I would try it again, but if it's still removed my foundation, then it's strictly an under eye concealer only. Also, I do want to mention, because there is SPF 50 in the foundation, the powder that we're going to put on top to set all of this does not have SPF, which obviously won't create any flashbacks, so don't worry about the SPF in the foundation. This is my setting powder. It's from NABLA, which is a brand that is a bit newer to me, but loving it lately. They have a foundation. I think it's called the Close Up. This is the Close Up powder in the shade medium, and I have the Close Up foundation. It is really dark for me. Like, I need to be like freshly tanned using it, and I can only get 1 day out of it, and even then it's like a bit too dark, so I need to order a lighter shade. Oh my gosh, that foundation is incredible. But this powder is really good, and then we're going to be using another NABLA product down the line. But really impressed with this brand, and if you haven't heard about it, I highly recommend checking it out. So I'm going to quickly put this under my eyes, going the opposite way of where my eye wrinkles would go, so that it doesn't crease and that the powder sits in the fine lines. A little bit goes a long way with this. I don't want to over powder my face, but I definitely want it to last as long as possible. So I'm gonna powder everywhere, but just very lightly. Moving on to bronzer, one that I can always count on that photographs really well and lasts long as well is the Hoola Bronzer from Benefit. This is just the regular one. I know they have a couple different shades in it now, but this is just the original, and it's perfect for my skin tone. Now for some blush, which is my favorite. You guys already know that by now. This is MAC Copper Tone. It's a matte blush, which is okay because we're going to be using something on top that just you wait. It is incredible. So I'm just going to go a little bit heavier with this because it's not a super, it's not a super intense color. It really complements that bronzer shade, and I do have a little bit of fake tan on, so you can go a little bit heavy-handed with this because blush is the first thing to leave your face. Well, mine at least. That is a lot of blush that I applied, but it's not overwhelming on your face. Just more of a peachier copper color to that bronzer, so it's definitely not overwhelming on the face. I don't know why I ever stopped using it. It is phenomenal. It is the Nars Orgasm. It's Nars Nars Orgasm, but it's not the blush, which is like the famous blush. It is an illuminating loose powder. So it's like a loose version of the blush, but a little bit more on the illuminating side rather than the blusher side. Be careful when you open it because it is finely milled. Okay, this is what it looks like. I'm not gonna even tip it because I'm on light gray carpet here. I'm just gonna use the lid because that is plenty. It has like a gold reflex in it. It is so finely milled, so you're not gonna get any big chunks of glitter on your face, which if you have pores, that's not your friend. So this is so beautiful. Tap that off. Just wait. Okay, am I close? Here we go. I'm gonna keep this on the top section. Look at that. It is the perfect illuminator for on top of a blush without being overwhelming as a highlighter, because like, is highlighter still really a thing? Like, are people really going, you know, super highlighty? I think it's more of that like glossy effect now, and boy does it give it. So pretty, understated, and it pops the blush even more. I love it. So subtle, perfect, and it just catches the light beautifully. So amazing for like sunlit photos. Sunlit photos? Sunset photos? Just photos in general with natural light. As for eyeshadow, I never really wear eyeshadow on an everyday basis, so I don't want to change my look up so much for these photos because I still want to feel like me, but I want a little bit of definition going on. So this paint pot from MAC, it is Vintage Selection. It's a little bit more of a cooler shade, which I've been into lately. It is gorgeous. It has a nice shimmer cast as well without being sparkly, so I'm gonna pop that on the lid of my eye and just blend it all the way up. It's just gonna catch the light really pretty as well. I am happy with that. I'm also gonna put a little bit of eyeliner, not necessarily a wing, just kind of defining my lash line because I do have lash extensions. Lifesaver, honestly, so good. So happy I get them. This is the NABLA Cereal Liner, and it's a black one. Oh, so good. Again, this brand, guys, get on it. It's so good. Okay, on to lips. Obviously I wouldn't do a photo shoot or anything without my favorite lip liner ever, which is MAC Whirl. It is absolutely my favorite. And then I have a couple different lip shades here, also from NABLA. One's a tiny bit darker and then one's a little bit too light for me, so I might just put that in the center. The shades are, the darker one is Eve, the lighter one is Hedonist. Hedonist? Anyways, I'm gonna use those two and kind of create a little bit of an ombre lip without being super ombre looking. Great, that is it. Really like that lip color. I'm gonna go make sure none gets on my teeth. Then to finish it off, and this is really just the final step to make sure all of this lasts for as long as possible, MAC Fix Plus, and this is the matte one, I believe. Yeah. Perfect timing because the light is starting to come into frame here. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. All of the products will be linked down below. Check out NABLA and also that L'Oreal Cherie base bronze illuminator kind of thing. It's so good. If you guys want to see more videos like this, then give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe and press the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.